Hey guys, my name is Randall Morrow and I want to show you guys my new application. It's called Expense Tracker. Not very great name, but it works for now. I'm going to show you guys how to use the app and then talk a little bit, not too much, about how I put the app together. So on the login screen, which is the first screen that'll pop up when you open up, you'll see two different things, one for an email and one for a password. As far as logging in, you don't really log in at the moment. It doesn't really matter, you put whatever you want. So in this case, I'm going to put email. And for the password, there is no password. So just type whatever. As long as there's something in both of those, it will work. Otherwise, if you don't put anything, you will get this error here because of the fact that there's nothing there. Because otherwise, it would cause the app to crash. Sorry. All right, so we're going to go ahead and log in. You'll see this little loading screen, and then it will pop up the app. So I've already gone ahead and added a few different expenses as far as just to show what it can look like and how to use the application. So when you first log in, you're not going to have anything unless you use the same one that I just used. At the top, it's going to show your total expenses, so the total of every expense that you have saved so far. And every time you add expense, it will update. It's going to group each expense into a category. So it's going to sort them all based off of whatever categories you have. I will tell you though, when you're entering the category name, make sure that if you're going to use that category again, you want to make sure that you type it in right, because otherwise it can duplicate categories, if you put different spellings or if you add an extra space or something like that. So like here you can see where I accidentally typed it in wrong. I forgot the capital letter down here on food, so instead of that $40 one getting put with this one, it just created another one because as far as the computer is concerned, it's a completely different category. So you just want to make sure that you've got that. On the left, it's going to show how much the expense actually was and when it was actually, purchase was made will be on the right. That's what the dates are for. It's really pretty simple. So when you go to add an expense, you're just going to click that button down here at the very bottom, and you're going to type in a category. So whatever that may be, whatever you want to do, you can have as many different categories as you want. So let's see here. I've already got car, food, gas, utilities. Let's try a new category. Let's say rent. Well, we can do a separate category for that. You wouldn't really have to, but let's say I pay $300 a month for rent. Now, with the amount, you can do whatever you want as far as putting in decimals and things like that. It will be able to get that. So whatever you put in, it will actually be able to pull that information. So let's say my rent is $300.25 a month. Very weird for rent, but hey, it may happen. You never know. Then you're going to go down to the date. So we'll put in, you can do it however you want. You can either put the date that you actually add the expense, or you can put the date that the transaction was made. So for the purpose of this, we'll just put February 1st, because let's just say it's due on the 1st of the month. And as you can see over here, you can actually put it in whatever form you want. So you can do the dates however you want. If you don't even want to put the year, you don't have to. If you just want to put the day and the month or something like that, however you want to do it. So we'll just do February 2nd. And then you just hit submit. If all goes well, that little pop-up will go away. If something goes wrong, that pop-up will stay up there, and obviously it won't actually do anything. Hopefully there is no issues. I've done multiple different tests to make sure that everything will work properly, so cross my fingers there. And as you can see, it actually added it. So there's the rent, and over here you're going to see the $300.25. And on the right, it now shows February 2nd. As far as what's in the app. It's pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot to it. Eventually I will add more stuff. I just kind of ran out of time. Now back to the other thing that I originally said for how the app was made. So most of it was done through things that I had learned in class or things that I had learned previously before even starting class. For example, a lot of the Firebase, which is what I used to store the data. It's an online cloud system. That was done through knowledge that I have already had in the past from watching YouTube videos and things like that. As far as for the layout and stuff, I did have to do a little bit of research because I used a library called PyQt, I think it is. I didn't really know a whole lot about that library. I usually use tkinter, but it didn't really have as many options and it didn't look as good as I wanted it to, so I switched libraries. A lot of what I learned was through YouTube and, doing online research and things like that. For the images and backgrounds and things like that, there was only 2 images, but both of those were generated by AI. ChatGPT did that because I wanted something that wasn't just like a plain background color or something like that. And there's usually not a whole lot of options as far as searching on the internet when it comes to finding the right picture. Most time you don't get what you want, but with the artificial intelligence, I was able to get a really nice outcome for the pictures. Other than that, everything pretty simple, really easy to use. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you enjoy the app. Thank you.